It's dark in here.
Hi guys,
Is there another light?
we're
Hello.
live. Hey everybody, hope you're joining us. If you do, please type something in the chat. Let us know you're watching. And if you'd like to join us, let us know. We'll send you a link so you can be on screen with us. We'd love to.
Yes. We miss your faces.
Yep. Sharon, I'm gonna pull it up on Facebook and see if so I can see if it's possible for me to see.
I may need more light here soon. I'm sorry if I look like Casper tonight. The lighting's a little different than what I'm used to.
You don't. You look fine, Sharon.
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm relaxed tonight. I'm in the bed. I promise I'm not going to fall asleep on you guys, but this is the way to go, Sarah. Next to me, I have to try it. Just sit on your bed. It's comfy.
I don't see it on our page. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. Okay, good. I'm gonna keep it up so maybe I can see when people join us.
Mindy, you want to join us? She's like, I'm gonna cut you.
Get on your phone, Mindy, so you can at least chat with us.
You want to get on the phone with us? Get your phone.
Oh, yeah. Like that.
Anybody on yet?
It says one.
We got somebody watching. Somebody's creeping on us. Let us know who's in the room.
I think
it's probably my sister.
I'm not in there.
Oh shoot! I don't know how to.
Hello. Let us know who's in the room.
I think it's probably you. You're the one.
Oh, hello, Sharon.
How are you? I don't know. It's not showing me a name, so I don't know.
You're looking awful cute tonight with your red lips and your white ghost face.
It says Storm is watching.
Storm. Who's that?
Yes, it's Storm. It's Norm.
I knew he was creeping.
Hey, Norm. Thanks for joining.
He's like, yes, I can be on live without getting cussed out the whole time.
Oh.
It's a big storm. Hey, beautiful ladies. Oh. Thank you.
So sweet. Oh.
Got that kitchen clean yet, hon?
Not nice. So what we got going on tonight, Sharon?
Did Norm leave? Because I asked him to clean the kitchen. I think we lost it.
No, he's still here. He's still here. Oh.
He's like, adios. Oh, let's see here. Okay, first question of the night is, could you live without the internet? I'm going to have to say that's a hard no. A hard no on that. I mean, can you imagine us in this quarantine right now without being able to see each other or communicate? I mean, oh my Lord.
Could I live without it? Probably. Would I want to live without it? Absolutely not. See, I use the internet to school my children, so it's pretty important.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know. I probably could live without it. We could teach out of books and
yeah, but directions, Sarah, like I cannot imagine not having my GPS directions on my phone when I'm going somewhere.
You're right. Yeah, I don't think I'd get lost everywhere I went.
I can't read a map. I don't know how to read a map. Seriously. It's like foreign language to me. Anything with directions or a map.
Me too. I had to, when I took Abby to the recruiter's office, we got back on the interstate going the wrong way. I was almost I was 10 miles out of the way before I realized it. I said, I think we're going the wrong direction, Abby. That's I said Winston-Salem.
You're like, thank God for the internet. I know, like right now, I guess back in the 80s, our kids would play outside and they would,
Mhm.
and that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I wish I miss that. I wish the kids would go outside and play without having to be forced or having to, they go outside when I take their tablets away from them. But they
Yeah.
don't choose. They never choose to do that on their own, and I hate
No.
that. We had so much fun growing up, playing outside, not coming home till the street lights came on.
It's such a different world, though. I
Yeah.
get nervous letting my child, out in the front yard, let alone like walking down the street. So
It is a different world.
it's different times now, but
You're
I
right.
tell you, they're different kids without the internet, and I'm sure we would be different parents without the internet. But I may be.
I think part of it is time, but I also think it's where we live. Because if you go to a little small country town where everybody knows everybody and all that kind of thing, then people, they do the same thing that we used to do growing up. Let the kids run and play. But
exactly. Yeah. Who is on with us? We have got 4 people on right now. Let us know.
Say hello.
Hello. Let us know. Let us know. Did I say let it snow? Why does everything have to be a song when I start singing it? Let it go. Let us know if you're on. We'd love to have you on here. And
hey, Teresa's with us.
Teresa, hello. So we were just talking about the fact that we don't think we could probably make it right now without the internet. I think if I can't find my phone, I get in an ill mood. Sorry about that. The dog was just like,
that was hilarious. I was like, what the heck?
Bugsy. Oh gosh. No, internet. I've got to have internet. I get really cranky if I can't check. I feel like I'm out of tune with reality if I can't check Facebook. I know that's so ridiculous, but it's the times that we live in now.
Yeah.
Are you on with her? No, she's not. So you didn't get your phone? Let's see. The next question, ladies and Storm, is what if you woke up and discovered you were the only person on Earth? Would you be scared? Would you be excited? Would it what would you feel like? I think right now, if you asked me this maybe 3 months ago, I'd be like, I wouldn't like it. But like right now, maybe I would enjoy it because there wouldn't be a whole lot of stress if everybody was gone.
For about an hour, it would be like, yes, peace and quiet. I don't have to cook for anybody. I don't have to clean for anybody. I don't have to do any of that. And then after about an hour, I'd be lonely.
Mindy said, wait a minute. She said, did the Lord come back or is this something else? Now, if we're getting left behind, that's a whole different conversation.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't watch enough of those rapture movies that would, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'd like to go visit places I haven't seen before. Like, you know what I would love to do is go to abandoned houses because Norm will never stop and let me check out an abandoned house. That's something I could spend days doing that. And nobody would be there to stop me from.
If you were the only person left on Earth, that means all the houses would be abandoned.
That's true. That's true. But I would want to go to see all those old houses and then I'd end up falling. It'd be like the money pit. I'd end up falling through the floor and be getting stuck with nobody to help me out. Yeah, that would be fun. But I would get lonely, I guess. Maybe it might take me a little bit more than an hour. I might go a week, maybe 2 weeks. I mean, I wouldn't want to do the castaway thing where you're, for 4 years where you're by yourself. That would be horrible.
There wouldn't be anybody to talk to on Facebook. There would be no more Facebook if everybody was gone but you. What would you do?
I know. I'd just update myself, I guess. I'd post my own timeline, I guess.
Watch old videos.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God, I just took half my foot off. Let's see. Anybody on with us? Let us know. Let's see. The next question is, what if someone were to write a book about you? Would you be a villain, a heroine, or what? I think they'd need therapy after writing mine, probably.
Yeah. I've always said I've got a lifetime story. and to make a movie about my life. It all depends. See, I think I would start out as one and turn into another. Have you ever read a book where the villain ends up being the hero?
Yeah. You
That
know
would
what
be
mine would probably be, since I'm indecisive as hell? It'd be one of those books where you can like choose an ending.
There you go.
You know?
Right. I'm pretty indecisive too.
Well, she decided to not do this, and then she changed her mind again. So here's the ending once again.
Hey, Shannon, I see you on.
Here's Shannon. Yeah.
How are ya?
If you were to write, if someone was to write a book about you, Shannon, what would they? Would you be the villain? Would you be the hero? What would you be? Would they need therapy after writing a book? What?
There's a lot of people in there, but they leave because you're not talking.
Because we're what?
You said there's like 12 people that were in there, but you're not. I don't know.
Is Norm really calling me, giving me advice from?
You said there's 12 people in there, but yeah.
Norm Bainey? Then you get on with us, Norm. How about that? You get on with us. Did you want to be the star of the show? Come on, Mr. Norm.
What's going on, Shannon? How you been? Missing you.
Do you want Sarah to send you a link, Norm?
And he's not answering any of your questions. I don't even think he's on anymore.
Oh, he's contemplating it. He's contemplating it. If I know him, and I do.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda. We're just getting let's see here. What was the next question? If one animal was made the size of a whale, which would be the scariest?
I don't know where you get these crazy questions, girl. It would have to be a bug of some sort, like a spider.
Yeah. Size of a whale?
Yeah, if there was a spider the size of a whale, you could just count me out. I would have to. No, I would just. The thought of it makes me scared.
Like, even if it was well, there's no cute spiders. Let's just be honest. There's no, not even a little tiny spider. I can't do it.
Yeah, me either.
A chihuahua would be a force to be reckoned with if it were the size of a whale.
You are right. It would be.
Daisy would eat somebody alive, like literally. I mean,
little dogs, they're like that. My dog at least barks at people like he's going to kill them, but he couldn't hurt anybody.
Oh, I know. Daisy, if she were the size of a whale, would literally eat somebody's leg right off. Like not even a question. Like, and I get all these questions, Sarah. There's like a thing online where I'm like, what are great conversation starters? And I just go down the line and start picking weird questions.
Shannon Hall Martin is on with us. Hey.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Does anybody want to get on with us? Want to get online? Show your beautiful faces?
Want to share the screen with us? We would love. Hi, Muhammad.
We just want to talk. We're tired of being stuck at the house and not seeing our friends. Of course, I'm at my sister's right now because it's her daughter's birthday, and Riley's spending the night here. So I told Mindy I would help her.
Happy birthday, Riley.
Yeah, anybody want to get on? We're tired of looking at the same people. Sorry, Norm.
We'd love to have you join us on screen, answer some questions with us. No pressure, but it would
Talk
be great.
About what's going on in your life right now, what's going on in ours, you know, how you're staying sane in these crazy times that we're all living in. And I what was it the other day? I posted something like, what chapter of Revelation are we in right now? I swear. I mean,
it feels like, you know what it feels like?
I'm out.
You know what it feels like? It feels like Exodus, where they had all the plagues.
Yes. I'm going to put some blood on my front door.
No, I saw an article. I sent it to David about in Russia, the rivers turned red. It was because of a fuel spill or something into the water. But it showed a picture of Red Rivers. Hi,
Stop.
Mohammed. Nice to meet you too. Thanks for joining us.
Libya, wow.
Libya. It's great to have you here.
That's a long ways.
Amanda said get me on.
I know. I don't know what she's doing in there. She's acting like she's domesticating and she's cooking, I guess. I don't know. She's like, try this tres leches. I made this tres leches with some sauce. You just, just dribble over the top. Now, we have the same mom, okay? So I know darn well that this girl don't know how to cook. I'm just saying. Mama was like me. She didn't have a lot of patience for like cooking and teaching and all that kind of stuff. So, but Mindy does try for that. Mindy does try to cook.
Little plug for our video on reality versus or fantasy versus reality on cooking. We posted that one a week, 2 weeks ago. Last week was that last week's video? Yeah, yep. Definitely go check it out. It's hilarious.
Yeah, my daughter helped me cook, and it was horrific. I am not a cook, and in fact, I was telling Sarah this week, is that I can't multitask, so cooking is completely a cluster. Like I don't have the counter space for it, so it was a complete disaster. What's going on in Libya? It's just war and just what's not good there. Is it the corona? What are you guys dealing with? I mean, I don't know a whole lot about that situation. And it's not good here in the United States either. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's
it's definitely been better, but
yeah. I think we need like a private island where we can all just, well, then we don't want everybody going, do we? No.
Oh, nice thought though. I would love to be on an island right now. I think that would be awesome.
That would be like maybe Castaway wasn't such a bad idea, Sarah. Maybe Castaway wasn't such a bad idea.
I could live on an island. I would love it. Now I would like to take some of my friends with me.
Between the governments, big war between the not good.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm not sure we're not about to have the same thing.
Truth.
Come election time, it might be very similar thing happening here.
I know, Sarah. It's like, okay, just when you think it can't get any worse, you're like, elections in like 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't even started seeing all the political
and all my life, I have never seen the kind of heated political stuff like we're dealing with now. No. It's completely different from when we grew up and there were presidential elections. I never remember it being this, people being this divided.
So divisive. And like nobody, I have never in my life, I was going to address this sometime this week. I have seen this week where people are unfriending each other left and right because nobody, if somebody doesn't agree with them, they're just like, unfriend. I just don't think that's the way for change to happen. I mean, you've got to be able to have a conversation with each other civilly, even if you don't see eye to eye or don't agree on everything. Like, I'm just going to put this out there. I totally support, Black people having the same rights as us. I totally support, support them in that 100%. I do. I never once have ever thought they deserve less than that, ever. But I also have family that are policemen, so it's okay to simultaneously support both sides.
We don't support the behavior, right? The behavior of some of them, but the police in general, of course,
right?
And I think that the standards. I think the standards need to raise. I think that they need to be held to a higher standard than before, and that's, those who are doing the right thing, it's not even going to
be an issue. That won't be an issue.
I saw a post today where it was a requirement to be a CMS employee that they posted an actual copy of the training, a requirement for a CMS employee to be aware of race issues and to make sure they don't affect the way that you do your work and how you interact with other people. And the
Right.
comment with that was, why is this not a requirement for the police department as well? Because it should
Right.
be.
Right.
And so
But
that doesn't mean that a vast majority of them are good cops that are there to protect and serve.
Right. And see, this is like what I think. Somebody said today, well, now that cops are scared that they're not wearing their uniforms because their families are getting threatened. And someone made a comment about, well, now they know how it feels to be afraid. And I said, but that's okay. So being a domestic violence survivor, I now have empathy for people that go through what I've been through. So what I think is missing from this whole conversation is empathy for both sides, period. You know, you put yourself in each other's shoes and you can try to understand from the other perspective without attacking each other verbally, physically. You know, if that's the only way that change is going to happen, is we have to have these tough conversations.
Yep.
And without attacking each other. I mean, if you unfriend people that don't agree with you or don't see eye to eye with you. Now, I'm not saying if they're being completely disrespectful and like abusive, but if you unfriend people that don't see eye to eye with you, then you're missing a bigger picture. You're not able to have conversations. You know, not everybody is so closed-minded that they can't get something from what you're saying. Right. But it's how you're saying it. If you're attacking people, they're going to close down and not hear what you have to say. So I don't want to get on a rant and I already have, but I just think that we have to allow everybody to have a little bit more room to have their opinions and talk about things without shutting each other down.
Absolutely.
We're not all bad people.
Right. And I mean, we've talked about this, you know, how important it is to be able to love and accept and not judge people that are, you know, and that's not necessarily even a race thing, people that are just completely different, you know, that I can learn. You and me are different. We're different as night and day in a lot of ways. And yet we accept each other and love each other for our uniqueness. And, you know, I don't mean to just be plugging our videos tonight, but our girls trip video was about all the different kinds of personalities that you could possibly have, but yet you can be great friends with all of them. And some
you're not, though, Sarah. Some you're not. There's some that you can be friends with, and it may never go to a deeper level. There's always going to be people that you're not going to mesh as well with as other people. But my God, I am so tired. And I didn't mean to hijack you there. I'm just so tired of seeing the divisiveness, the way people are talking to each other and cutting each other down because we don't see eye to eye. We weren't all raised the same way. We weren't all born with the same skin color. We weren't, you know, there are poor white people that are white and there's poor people that are black. There are people hurting right now on both sides. And I just wish we could try to put ourselves in each other's shoes a little bit more. You know, are we going to understand each other 100%? Absolutely not. I mean, there's no way to bridge that divide completely, but we can try to build it one step at a time. But if you keep shutting each other down, it's not going to happen.
The whole thing is that the bridging that divide starts with being able to listen. And if you shut people down, block them, whatever, you're not able to listen. And the first step to being able to understand somebody and where they're coming from is stopping long enough to hear them. And, you know, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago about what does it mean to be heard? And that was before any of this really started up, I think. But what it means to be heard. And I think that is essentially what needs to be done with this issue is we need to be willing to hear others, you know, to really sit with them and hear what they're saying, not be so quick to react to the ways, maybe the ways we've always thought. Hey, let me hear what you had to say because I want to understand you and I want to understand where you're coming from. And the only way I can do that is to let those walls down that want me to be defensive, you know, and say, hey, I'm here. I'm going to sit with you in this and I'm going to listen to what you have to say. Maybe I can learn something. Maybe I can change. Maybe I can make an impact on the people around me and my particular influence. But it all starts with listening. And until we're willing to listen, I don't believe there will be any change. You know,
Because what's your point? What's your point if you're only willing to be friends with people that share your same views? What are you posting for? What are you so passionate about if you're not willing to allow other people in to your circle? I mean, it baffles me because this is me personally. I do not like confrontation. I am a mediator. I have always been a mediator. If somebody's in an argument, I'm the one that's going to be like, hey guys, truce, let's figure this out.
Right.
And that's kind of where I'm at right now. And it sucks because I want to be able to fix it, but I can't because I'm scared. And I think a lot of people are scared to even say what they're thinking or the feelings that they're having right now because they're so scared they're going to get attacked or shut down on social media, or their real life friends are going to be like, you know what? I don't want to be friends with you anymore. And I know a lot of people don't care, but I do.
I think there's a responsibility on the side of, for people to not be so defensive or to be able to listen to another person's viewpoint. But I also think there's a responsibility on the other side of it to be able to hear someone hurting.
Yes.
And not become angry with that person. Because
right.
it's that willingness to stop and say, okay, yeah, what you're saying sounds really harsh to me right now, or is not very kind to me. You're lumping me in with a whole bunch of other people or whatever the issue may be that you're feeling in that situation, and say, hey, that person's hurting though. Because, when I went through my 10, 12 years of real hard struggle, the thing that was so hard for me, it was so easy for people to criticize instead of try to understand what it was like to be in my shoes. I actually am still dealing with that.
Right.
That you did this and you should have done that and you should have done that. Well, wait a second. You're right. I should have. I'm not arguing with you that I should have done this, this, and this. What I am saying is you don't understand the position I was in, though, when I made those decisions. And so that's what I think, that a lot of times that we have to listen to that hard stuff, or people even being unkind, and recognize hurting people hurt people. We need to love those hurting people. So that's my 2 cents.
I mean, let's see, what is happening in America is a political game to stir up public opinion. You're absolutely right. I agree with a lot of what you just said there. I think the media does twist things. They show whatever gets views. And I mean, there's good and there's bad, but they tend to pull out the bad.
Right.
They keep showing the riots and things, but they're not showing the peaceful protest as well.
Right.
And I think that's doing an injustice to, Black Lives Matter. I think that they're doing an injustice to them because they're showing the bad side. And there's really, I believe in peaceful protest. Absolutely. But they're trying to stir up division by showing the bad. And you're absolutely right. It is I think a lot of it is a political thing, and it should never be. This is about human lives right now. It should not be about politicizing any of it, honestly.
Yeah.
And shame on them for doing that.
Yeah.
Shame on them for doing that. We're in the middle of a pandemic. People are hurting. People are struggling financially. People are, trying to keep their mental health together. And then you've got this crap going on. And, I think it's exploiting their whole reason for why they're even marching. It's exploiting them as people. And I think that's just as disgusting as anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I just watched so many videos this week of both sides, and both sides are hurting. And I mean, I've got one friend whose husband's a cop, and she's completely gone off Facebook. She said because they were getting death threats, and she's got like 3 kids, and but if I empathize with her, then a lot of people will say, well, you're not empathizing with, the other side. And I'm like, that's so not true, because I have empathized with the other side. It's possible to feel compassion.
Well, here's the thing. Why can we not be absolutely against and abhorred and angry about the cops that are violating people's rights and using their authority wrongly. I am angry about that. But
Absolutely.
that doesn't mean I'm angry at every cop.
Exactly.
And so I think what we're angry about is the actions that are being taken against Black people. It's wrong. It's completely wrong. We're not angry at police as a whole. And those people who are taking it out on police as a whole are missing the point. Because the point is that, you know, they have the same rights as we have, and they should never be treated as anything different.
Right.
Regardless. And the people
that kills me about
they're held accountable.
You can't have compassion for either side, or you're taking a stance against the other side, which is complete BS. Complete BS. Because, you know, I'm not going to get into it, but I just feel like the bottom line is, if we're going to fix things, if we're going to make things better, we have to stop unfriending each other, stop talking down to each other, unless, like I said, unless somebody's being completely rude and ignorant. You know, most of the people on my timeline, I would say 99.9% of them are good people. They may have different stances, different belief systems, but they're good people that are passionate about whatever it is they're passionate about.
Right.
But it's kind of like I say about Jesus and God and the Bible and everything. If the Bible and your religion supersede humanity and how you treat another human being, that it completely negates what your belief system is there. And I totally believe this is the same thing. If you believe in this side or that side, but your beliefs are to the point where you completely negate somebody else's feelings and their beliefs, then you're missing the point, and your message is getting lost. That's just how I feel about it.
Well,
there's a way to be passionate with respect for each other.
Right. And what it all comes down to is truly loving one another.
Yes.
And that's what it all comes down to.
Absolutely.
Loving one another. If you truly love one another, you don't do the things that those cops have done.
Yes.
And if you truly love one another, then another race doesn't feel like they've been slighted because they're being loved. So at the end of the day, that's what it's about. And maybe some of us need to learn how to love better. And sometimes that's not even necessary. I'm going to say this. Sometimes it's not necessarily our fault. Okay. Maybe we were raised with a certain bias, and we just need to recognize it. And as a matter of fact, I'm thankful for what's going on right now, in a sense, because it's making me examine myself and the different, relationships that I have, and how I treat others, and how I respond to different situations, and just truly evaluate my own heart. You know what I'm saying? Because there are things that sometimes we grew up with that were not right. We've talked about the school that we went to, and I'm not going to get into it, but, different things that we grew up with that were not right. And
that was the norm. That was the norm for us. That's what we didn't know.
Right. We didn't know any different. And then this is the way everybody we knew and loved, or that, were in authority over us, acted. So we just assumed that it was okay. And, I'm recognizing little bits of areas in my life where, oh, yeah, that's got to go now, and I definitely wouldn't consider myself racist. That's not what I'm saying. But that doesn't mean that there are not occasionally biases that you recognize that you have had in your heart that you didn't even know were there. And so I just think this is a good time for all of us to just step back and, consider, hey, am I holding somebody responsible for something they never did? And it's a good question. It's a really good question.
Yeah. I didn't mean to get off on that tangent. I don't even know how did we even get there? I'm bad about that. Sometimes I can get off track. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think it's a good conversation.
It is.
And I want to be faithful. Hey, if you're listening, or if you're watching this later on and you want to talk, or you want me to listen,
or if we said something that wasn't right. I mean, or if there's something that we can learn from the conversation, we're willing to listen. Will we agree? Not necessarily, but it doesn't mean that we're going to shut you down and we're going to not listen to what you have to say. because I think that is where I'm passionate. Like, I am so tired of saying, well, I'll just unfriend them if they voted this way or they voted that way or they believe this or they believe that. Really, your beliefs are so passionate that you're willing to throw away people. You know, I don't get it. That's why I don't really go into these kind of conversations on my page, because I just don't. I don't have the energy or the mental stability to handle people coming at me for my opinion. So that's where I kind of stand on it. I love everyone, and I want everyone to get along and stop this divisiveness.
Yep, I agree.
That's what I want.
If you
sorry, we got on a tangent. We didn't. If anybody's on, let us know. We kind of got on a little tangent there. Let us know. My husband's letting me know that in his nice way that I need to shut the what up.
I think it has been a good conversation.
I think so.
Again, if you want to talk and we want to listen.
We want to listen. We're not here to judge, or if you're afraid to talk, let me just tell you, this is not a place. This is what Sarah and I created. It's not a place where we're going to let people disrespect you, disregard your feelings. We can have conversation, but this is not a place that if you say what you want to say, that we're going to let anyone attack you for having your thoughts. But we want to keep it respectful and to each other, because that's the only way that change or anything's going to happen. Honestly. So anyway, we'll leave that open. Nice to meet you too, Mohammed, and keep us posted if you want to, stay on with us or come back. We're on every Wednesday at 8:00. Yeah. So let's get back to a fun topic here. And like I said, if any of you guys want to have further conversation on that, that's, we want to encourage that. Let's see. Who is the most annoying celebrity, Sarah, to you?
You did just ask me that, didn't you? Like, that is the one question I told David I have no clue. I don't know. I'm not into celebrities.
Any that when they come on TV, you just like roll your eyes. You're like, oh my God, if this person doesn't go away, I'm going to.
Well, I'm going to get a lot of disagreement on this, but there's a certain kind of humor that I dislike. And it's like The Office and Parks and Rec. And I know everybody's going to disagree with me, and it's okay. That type of humor, I'm just like, oh, seriously, that's just stupid. I don't like it.
Slapstick humor? Is that what you're talking about? Slapstick?
I don't know what you call it, but it's not funny to me.
I never did get into The Office. I tell you, a comedian that gets on my nerves because he's hit or miss. There's some funny parts, but then there's some like, what is he even doing? Is Will Ferrell. I loved him in Elf. And a couple of other parts are funny. in a couple of other movies, but he's just so hit or miss. Like, sometimes it's so dumb. I can't even. I can't.
That's my problem. People who are just straight up dumb, and they think that's funny. Like, I'm like, that's not funny. You're stupid.
I mean, like Ace Ventura. I love Ace Ventura, a Pet Detective. I love that. I do.
Storm said Dick Vitale. I don't know who it is.
Who?
Dick Vitale or Vitale. I don't know. It's showing on my other screen and not this one. I'm not getting the comment.
I don't know. Huh. Yeah, that's one of them. And then, God, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I can't think offhand, but that was the first one that popped into my head, because it's just sometimes I'm like, it's just so dumb. But then sometimes his movies grow on me. Like, I have to watch them 3 or 4 times, and then it starts getting funny. Like, maybe it just takes a minute. I don't know. Or maybe I don't know.
Okay. Dick Vitale is a sportscaster. I know I'd heard of him before, but I don't know who he is. But that's what Norm just said.
Huh.
Well,
I'll have to look him up. Norma's probably thinking, sheesh, I thought she was going to say I was.
I know. Also, the women who look absolutely perfect and they continue to have whatever plastic surgery or whatever they need to make sure that they stay looking perfect. Like, come on, be real. That's annoying after a while.
I can't stand these Instagram things where they make their butts look a certain way. Their waists are like 10 times tinier. It's like, come on. I want my girl to grow up thinking she's okay. And then you've got these Instagram models. It's not real, people. It's not real. Now, I mean, there are some beautiful women out there that have good bodies. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that.
Just why does it have to be? Why do you have
to do that?
On it? Why do you need to be focused on it?
Right.
That's all. There are some celebrities, Kardashians. I mean, that's all that they're about, And I'm like, come on, life is about more than what you look like. That is one of the reasons we started this channel. Life is about more than what you look like. It's about who you are, and you're amazing. You have incredible, unique characteristics. I wouldn't want everybody to look like the Kardashians. Sorry. No offense to them as people, but I don't know who they are because all they talk about how good they look.
Well, I'm not even gonna lie. If I had the kind of money they have, I might get a little nip and tuck here and there and everywhere. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about it. I mean, now, I can't. I just can't lie about that. I can't lie about that. That I would probably do.
But you'd still get behind a camera with hardly any makeup on and your hair a mess or whatever, because you're willing to show a side of you that's unique and real, and instead of always perfect.
Right. I mean, I know y'all have seen the perfect videos we put out. I mean, I'm always looking. A really funny one that we're going to post tomorrow. You guys need to stay tuned for that one. We worked really hard on it. It's super hilarious. So stay tuned for that. Next question. Anybody on, let us know. Let us know who's on. If you want to get on with us on video, we'd love to have you. My next question is burgers or tacos? That's an easy one for me.
It's easy. Come on, guys, comment. Let us know.
Burgers or tacos? You don't have to think on that one, guys. It's either burgers or tacos or both.
It's both. It's both. It depends on my mood. No, not that. But it depends on my mood. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I really would like a good burger, and other times I love Mexican chips and salsa and queso and enchiladas, the whole 9 yards. Quesadillas, bring it on.
Oh, man.
But then there's those days. My husband cooked the mean burger on the grill. Let me tell you, it's as good as anyone you're going to get in a restaurant.
I've had a steak, so I can concur on that. I can concur. Well, I'm hungry right now, so we won't talk about that too long. Start fingers off here, but yeah, I would put a burger in a taco. If I'm craving both. You know, what's the harm in that? It's still
it's ground beef. I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, just throw it in there. My husband made the best thing the other day, and he's kept the secret from me for 14 years. He made croissants, like he makes them in a round circle, ground beef, puts the ground beef on top, a pickle, cheese, and then he puts it in the oven. When he takes it out, you put ketchup and mustard on it, and I swear it tastes just like a hamburger, except it's on a croissant. It's so good. Like, I was like, I should divorce you for keeping that secret from me that long. 14 years he kept that one a secret. And let us know if you're on, guys. We see you. We just can't see who's actually on. So just comment and let us know that you're here. We'd love to know who's on. Last question of the night, and this is a good one. If lying is wrong, are white lies okay? I'm going to have to say,
Sharon.
Hey, Sharon. Oh, depends on the day. Yeah. Or what time of the day, Sharon. I could totally eat a taco in the morning, too.
Mama said burgers.
Burgers. Yeah.
I do love a good burger. With some bacon and cheese, pepper jack cheese, and A1 sauce.
I put some Swiss cheese on that bad boy with some mushrooms. Oh. Mama's I'm going to go to Burger King when we get off this live tonight. I can tell you that right now.
Are white lies okay?
White lies okay.
Sometimes Go ahead. You answer first.
I'm going to say, yes, white lies are okay. And if it's to protect somebody's feelings, or if it's to keep, I don't know. I think they're okay. As long as they're not hurting someone.
Right. You have to be real careful with the definition of white lies when you say that. Because like you said, I think it definitely has to do with if you're saving someone's feelings. Mm-hmm. However, that also depends on what it is. I think there is some value in a friend who will tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the kinds of things that you should tell white lies for are things that the person cannot change.
Right.
Like if my husband says that I look fat in that's going to hurt my feelings because there's nothing I can do about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If if I say, do you think I have a big nose? If you do, there's nothing I can do to change my nose. So how is it going to help for you to tell me I have a nose? Which I know I do. Folks, I know I do. It's okay. God loves me anyway. But that's what, if it's not, if the other person can't change it, there's nothing they can do about it, then save their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Right. Absolutely. In that case.
I've met people that are so they are so blunt and honest that they don't care. Mm-hmm. That they're just like that. That's their mantra to live on, is that they're completely honest all the time. And I just don't think it's necessary. Like you said, if you know it's going to hurt somebody's feelings, there's if somebody's eating the last burger, okay, and most of the time it's me, I'm gonna be like, I didn't do it, because I don't need all that negativity and all that hate coming up.
So I got a good one for you. I got a good question for you. So let's say, and this is not directed towards anybody, I'm just throwing it out there. So what about somebody asks you, do I talk too much? Do you say, no, girl, not at all? Or do you say, you could work on listening a little bit?
I fill out what mood they're in. If I feel like I can jokingly say, yes, girl, my God, will you shut up? I'll fill out their mood. Okay. Right. But if you're in one of those moods where I know they're a little touchy, I'll be like, not at all. Say whatever you want to, girl. You know what I mean? So I like to fill out the situation before I put my answer out there.
My normal reaction would be, no, you're fine. But then I think if it were me, I would want somebody to say, you might want to, you might want to. I would want somebody to tell me that. Like, hey, maybe you should think about listening.
Norm Bainey, what are you talking about?
Sorry, I had to put it up there. It was too funny, Sharon. I couldn't even finish my comment. I lost track of thought when he typed that. You don't talk too much, Sharon. I love you. That was not directed at you at all.
A white lie, honey. White lies are okay.
That was good. That was really good.
He knows I'm like an hour away from him right now. He knows. He can say whatever he wants right now. But I don't forget.
What are some other good white lies?
White lies. Let's see. My kids are really good at it. Okay. Well, okay. So Riley will lie straight up to my face. Like today, for example, I had a lighter on the table, and when I came back in, I smelled like a candle had been blown out. Now, I've already told her she cannot light a candle. I don't trust her with the lighter. And she tried to light the candle anyway. And then she's like telling me that she didn't do it. I'm like, I can smell it. So is that a white lie? Because it wasn't harming me.
No, that's not a white lie. That's a
flat out lie.
That's a flat out lie.
What's the difference then between a white lie and just a lie? When you lie about something like solve a problem between two friends, it's okay. Yeah. Like, you don't want to make the situation worse. So why bring in, yeah. So
I mean, in the situation, that's a flat out lie because she knew she wasn't supposed to do it. That's why she blew it out. It's because she knew she wasn't supposed to do it, right?
She's smarter than me, Sarah. She's smarter than I said, listen, because we were watching a movie last night and it was like a suspense or something. And I said, the little girl didn't tell her mom that she had eaten a cupcake that some stranger had left. And I said, see, that's what I'm telling you, that you need to be honest with your mom. I said, because we are here to guide you and help you make better decisions. And like, sometimes we need to know if you've done something to protect you. So that's why it's important to tell the truth. Plus, I said, your character. I said, if you always lie, people won't trust you. And then if you don't have your character, you don't have anything.
Right.
You know? So, but she cut her hair too. Cut her hair like 6 inches on it. And she was like, I didn't cut it. I'm like, I see that you cut your hair. Like, I can visually see it. I didn't do it. Yeah. So, I guess, Mindy, what do you think? Is a white lie wrong?
Most cases, yeah.
Most cases? When is it okay? Like when you eat the last bite of food and you don't want people to know?
To avoid hurting someone's feelings.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Like, man, you should.
Is that us just justifying the fact that we don't want to hurt somebody, though? And condoning our own behavior?
No, I think it's kindness. It's
kindness.
If it's kindness, then it's okay. If it's not kindness.
Oh, your baby's so cute.
Oh, your baby's so cute. That's a good one. Oh, your baby's so cute. Even though it looks like it fell, hit every branch on the ugly tree all the way down. But you don't say that. You're not going to say that to somebody.
Well, your hair's not thinning.
Mindy.
I'm just saying.
A better example.
I'm going straight bald, so just I should not wear my hair like this.
It looks great, Sarah.
It says you're doing it now.
Hello, white lie. Thanks for not hurting my feelings, Mindy.
She is on fire tonight. She's such an uplifter. No wonder I had self image. What was it? Self-confidence issues growing up. Got this one over here.
So I've got a thought for you. Do you think that we were talking about our kids telling lies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that when you are too strict on a child that they're more likely to tell a lie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I do too. I think if you give them the freedom to make their own choices and mess up and pay the consequences, but not get you angry, and you don't have them like, you're not trying to control them or whatever.
Right.
They're more likely to tell you the truth than if they know they're going to get in trouble for every move they make because you have so many kids around.
Right. I told Riley when she did that today, I said, listen, I'm not, all I'm asking from you is for you to tell me the truth. I said, I'm not going to get mad. You're not going to get grounded. I just want you to learn that it's okay to tell the truth. And, and there may be consequences to that, but I'd much rather you tell me the truth because I'm going to get a lot more mad if you keep lying and compounding the lie. I'm going to get a lot madder, especially if you burn my house down. Then I'm really going to get mad because now that you lied to me about it, now you burnt my house down on top of it.
Well, I wasn't directing that to you because I have a liar. I mean, at every turn, it's like, come on, sweetheart. I already know the answer. Were you upstairs playing in your room? She lost her tablet today because she didn't complete her chores the way she was supposed to. And she said, I was still doing it, Mama. She was taking her clothes upstairs. She's like, I was still doing it. And I was like, you've been in your room for how long now? You were up there playing. You weren't putting clothes away. Mm-hmm. But boy, she tries. She tries hard. She can turn on. She even told me one day, I can cry when I'm not sad. That's lying, isn't it? I mean, if you are turning on tears when you're not really sad, that's the same thing as a lie.
Right. Right.
She's smooth.
Well,
But
kids.
I love her. You know, it's funny because in my family, I have 3 younger brothers. Some of us were rule abiders. We, for the most part, did what we were supposed to do. And then there were some of my brothers were rule breakers. I mean, if you gave them a rule, they'd break it just because it was a rule. You know, I think different people have different personalities. And I think that also those same people have different strengths as a result of that. The person, you know, who's a rule breaker lives outside the box. You know what I'm saying? They don't conform to everything that somebody else wants them to be. And those of us who are tend to be what is the word? Rule followers have some good traits too. I think that, you know,
you keep us out of trouble.
Yeah,
you keep us in check.
I think rule followers make good leaders too. So anyway, I mean, there's benefits to both types of personality, but as a parent, learning how to navigate that, like, I want you to not live inside the box. I want you to be uniquely you, and I love that in you. But that doesn't make it okay to lie. Doesn't make it okay to break the rules. How do you do that without squelching who they are? It's hard.
Well, it's funny. Riley did something the other day, and Norm, we were sitting outside. I was so frustrated with her. He was like, she's you. Yeah. She's literally you. That everything that she just did, her pitching a fit about this or that, her outfit, this or that. He said, it's you. She has watched you do it over and over again. And your personality and her are just alike. I said, well, then we're going to end up killing each other because I get on my own nerves. So, you know, 2 personalities like that together, holy, but I love that about her because she's going to be strong-willed and she's going to be a fighter and she's going to be one that's not going to give up even when she feels like it. So there's good to that, you know, that as well. But yeah, it's going to be a hard road because I was not an easy child growing up. I mean, I was at first, but then towards, you know, later years, I wasn't so easy. My mom's still not over half the stuff I did, I don't think. but yeah. And then you've got my sister who could do the same thing I was doing or worse. And she just didn't have the same. I had a conscience. Minnie really didn't have a conscience.
Hey, a white lie would have been good there, Sharon. That was not very nice.
That was for that hair comment, she said.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Minnie wasn't a rule follower either, though. We were just in different ways. I kind of was a rule follower until like early 20s. That's when I kind of threw it all out. Once I left Northside, I was like, no more rules, not following it. Mindy's here. There she is. There, I knew she was gonna pop.
She needs to respond to that comment you said to her about not having a conscience. She finally got on.
But no, Mindy wasn't a rule follower pretty much the entirety of our childhood. She's never been a rule follower. I don't think so.
I was definitely.
No, you got demerits. You got all kinds of demerits at Northside. I never got my first demerit.
I had the reasons for doing what I did.
That's what my brother would have said too. He's like, if there's not a good reason for that rule, I'm breaking it. He's like, you got to tell me why, and it's got to be a good reason. He's like, I'm not just doing it because you want me to. I won't, and it cracks me up because I'm a rule follower. I'm the opposite of him. But
now I followed the rules until the very end, and then I wanted to tell him to shove it where the sun didn't shine when I left. All the rules.
Yeah.
Shove it. That's how I felt about it. But
well, that's kind of what happened to me when I had my crisis of faith, you know. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't want anything to do with the rules I had lived under before. So my sister. Oh, we
didn't get along until we were like her 30th birthday. 14 years ago. What, 15 years ago?
You are calling her out totally right now.
I'm 40.
I'm 40. Okay, her 30th birthday, I was 34, 35. So 10 years ago. You're right. 10 years ago. We didn't really get along. But because our personalities are so different. I mean, talking about our kids and having different personalities and things like that. But we're so much alike in so many ways, but so different in so many ways.
Yeah.
It was a recipe for disaster, but like once we figured it out, it's been the best thing that we could have ever done. But we had to go through growing pains and figure it out.
Yeah.
Because well, guys, it's been fun tonight. It is 9:00 and I want to watch some Netflix and relax, and I'm sure you guys do too. It has been fun tonight. You guys please watch our video tomorrow. We got a really funny one coming. Yep. So just
share, comment, react, let us know what you think.
Let us know you're alive. Let us know you're out
there. Yep, absolutely. Please. Here's the thing. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say it on live. Maybe somebody will hear it.
Okay,
if you do not like, comment, or that kind of thing on our post or on our videos, they will not show up in your news feed because that's how the Facebook algorithm works. So, hey, if you like our stuff, let us know. That way Facebook will continue to put it in your news feed. They'll show it to more people. Hey, people like this. And so anyway, we don't want you to miss out on stuff, but we're finding that only a quarter of the people who follow us actually are getting to see it. So let us know if you like it. Just hit the like button. It doesn't take but a second. And we really appreciate it. We appreciate all your support. We got a couple top fans that are there every single post. They interact with us, and we appreciate you, Melissa and Denise. Thank you.
Yes.
And we appreciate all your support. Thanks for coming out tonight and listening to our live. And we will see you next week.
All right.
Good night, girls.
Good night, guys.